Hey guys, welcome back to a cold day here in Ohio. Woke up this morning to -4. So anyways, it's pretty cold outside, so I've been doing some organization. Give you a quick pan around. I haven't seen the top of this toolbox since I moved here a couple years ago, so I was looking for a way to put together a hand tool kit of mechanical tools for working on stuff around the property. I kept seeing an advertisement for these tool rolls. It's called the Official Tool Roll. They sent me a 3-pack. It's 3 different colors. You got a khaki, a green, and a black. Rolls up into a nice pouch. It's got a couple heavy-duty straps here for carrying, and then a couple D-rings to hang. So once this thing's all splayed out, you can hang it from these D-rings there. And the pockets seem to be orientated so that once it's hanging up this way, the stuff doesn't really seem to want to fall out. The zippers are kind of towards the top here. So it has 5 zipper compartments. All the zippers seem to be pretty tough, pretty adequate. It's made out of a lighter weight canvas material, but it seems durable enough, not too stiff. You can get pretty stiff on canvas, get carried away. All the stitching seems to be pretty solid. It's got one center strap with a very nice plastic buckle. And this thing will hold a ton of tools, guys. I'm telling you, wait till you see what I've got this thing loaded up. The one upper pocket is smaller than all the rest. What's really nice too is every zipper has a paracord pull tab on it, and this would be awesome for gloved hands. Look at that, easy access with a pair of gloves on. Very nice. So let's get this bad boy unpacked. I'll show you guys what I got in there, and then we'll pack it all back up and show you how everything fits.
You can call me stupid, yes, you can call me sheep, you can say I'm lazy, you can say I'm weak. You think that using her would get to me, and if you're right then you're in trouble deep, 'cause I won't break, no I know I won't wait. You're in trouble deep.
Alright guys, I think I got this lit up good enough you can see it, and I got everything laid out, and we'll kind of go over what I chose to put in this kit, and we'll just put it all back in the roll. I'll show you how I get all of this. Look at it's all the way over here. All of this into this little tool roll. It's not that little. Let's give you some measurements. So it looks like the pockets are about 11 inches wide, and I don't know if we could kind of give you a rough idea, about 4.5 inches roughly. And then overall about 20 inches. So pretty generous. There are going to be some limitations on this. Longer tools like long pry bars and even hammers aren't going to fit in this kit. So you're still going to have to figure something out for that stuff. But this is just a general purpose kit. This is kind of like, I'd rather have it than not have it. And if for 90% of everything I'm going to do here around the homestead, I'll be able to get it done with this. I do carry a large hammer in the tractor toolbox, so I kind of got that going for me. And I'm usually have the tractor with me anywhere on the property. It's kind of like my side-by-side, because I don't have a side-by-side. So this first pocket here I use for just miscellaneous stuff. So I'm going to throw a air gauge in there, an old Swiss Army knife. I like to have this because it does have a bottle opener on it, and it does have a blade. Blade's kind of dull, and it has a little awl on it. So that's handy to have around here in case I don't have one in my pocket, which I usually do. This is just a little spool of mechanics wire, just a light gauge steel wire. There's endless reasons why you'd want to have that. This is a little kit I put together, and it is just miscellaneous electrical connectors. Like I said, this kit's mostly automotive, so these are the kind of connectors I use with little Hink Shrete. I will need to throw a lighter in this kit. I don't have one here right now, but I'll add one. These are like pretty much the same as these crimp connections, but it already has a shrink tube attached to it. So some of this is kind of redundant, but you never know what you're going to get into. And then I also tossed a couple fuses in here. I need to add probably some different style fuses as well. The bigger style, and some of the tube fuses, because the old Chevy trucks take those. So everything just fits in this container nicely. This was like a drill bit container. I don't know. Works good for this. Sharpie, why not? Nice utility knife for when you need a sharp blade. Little roll of electrical tape. And then this is a nice, small, compact test light. So all that fits right here in this very first pocket nicely. So let's move on down to the next pocket. So the way I envisioned this is metric and standard. You never know. Most of the stuff nowadays is metric, but you're still going to run into some standard. So it's nice to have a complete set of both. So in this pouch, I'm going to put all my metric sockets and wrenches and Allen keys. So I have a nice deep set of 3/8 drive sockets here. And I went with deep. I have shallow too I could throw in there, but I think it's kind of overkill. 90% of the time I use deep sockets. So if I need a shallow socket, I'll just use a wrench. These are gear wrenches. So I just don't see the reason for this type of kit to have both. This set is from 8 to 19. And I did opt out of putting it on a socket rail, which is not something I would normally do. But I find the socket rails are kind of like a hindrance. You never get a good one. And most of them are too big. They take up too much room. And it's just added weight that I just don't think is necessary. It's just as easy to dig in this pocket until I find the right size anyway. And it keeps everything's nice. It's not going anywhere. It doesn't matter if it gets bounced around or not. So again, I have a full set of gear wrench here. If you can only buy one wrench, like if you could only own one set of wrenches, I highly recommend a regular set of gear wrenches. Like there's no offset on this. to get it to change directions. You just flip it over. I use these wrenches more than anything, and I have, you know, I have expensive Snap-on gear wrenches with changeable directions, and it's got the angle on the end, and it has the knurling and the open end, and these are Snap-on. I mean, they're very expensive. I almost never use those. I always use these. So full set of those. Toss those right in here. All the way down to 7mm, which you probably don't really need. I just happen to have it. I have multiple sets of tools. I've been a mechanic for a very long time, so. And then a nice little set of Allen wrenches. I don't know if these are 100% necessary, but yeah, they're small enough I could toss them in there. And then I just put together a few little extensions, help you get reach in places, and then a longer one and a 3/8 drive ratchet. I'll put that's my metric stuff. This next one, we're going to set this up for standard. So again, I have a full set of 3/8 drive standard sockets up to 7/8. I think it starts at 3/8. I might end up adding a couple more to get this set up to 1 inch. We'll see. If I get into bolts that big, then I can always come back to the house and grab a 1/2 inch drive kit. No big deal. And then in this pouch, I'm also going to add a couple spark plug sockets. It's good to have. The spark plug sockets have like a little, that one might be missing. They have like a little O-ring in there that supports the porcelain. And then again, another set of gear wrench 5/16 to 3/4 wrenches. I love how easily everything just fits in these pouches. You could even write on there with a Sharpie if you wanted, metric, standard, miscellaneous, whatever. And then again, a little set of Allen keys. That's gonna help round that out. And then I do have a longer flex head 3/8 drive ratchet that I'll keep in this kit. That gives me some options with my ratchet. Next up, let's go with pliers. I just have a miscellaneous assortment of pliers. Some of these are kind of old, but these are some heavy duty wire crimpers for those wire crimps I showed you earlier. I love this style of strippers. I have several pairs of these. I can't find them all though. But these are great for getting in tight spots. I love this style of strippers. Just a pair of needle nose. I'll probably upgrade those at some point. It's what I had extra laying around. A pair of side cuts, smaller side cuts. One pair of vice grips. Probably should put two. Maybe this size and a bigger size. I don't know. We'll see if I really need them. Vice grips aren't the... I don't know. I use them, but they're not the greatest thing in the world. I opted for a pair of these slip joints. I seem to use these the most. That style of slip joint, that size. And then I have these extra heavy duty leverage side cuts that I use a lot. So they'll cut some pretty heavy duty stuff. So I decided to include them in this kit. Then moving on to this last pouch here. This is kind of a mixed bag here. I picked this up recently, this little Wera Tool Check Plus. This thing is absolutely incredible. I'm not going to do a video on this right now, but basically every bit, quarter drive bit you could ever want, along with a 1/4 inch drive socket adapter. Then it has your metric 1/4 inch drive sockets that you would use the most. And it has a nice little handle here for a screwdriver. And then it has a really nice little quarter drive ratchet. Has a nice fine tooth on it. Directional change. It's a nice kit. This is well thought out, well engineered. Very, very nice kit. So we'll pop that in there. I'm going to be using the crap out of that thing. I love that. I might grab another one too. They make them in metric and standard. I just don't know. You'll have double the bits if you buy both. It's kind of overkill. Just a little pry bar. It's better than nothing. Just 2 screwdrivers. Again, this is kind of like redundant, overkill, but because I have all these bits. But it's nice to have just a number 2 Phillips and a number, whatever this is, bladed screwdriver. Basically the same size. It's nice to have these. So I toss those in there. And then lastly, a good adjustable wrench. You just never know. This is like an emergency kit, grab and go kit. I just want to get the job done type of deal. So once everything's loaded up, you just roll this bad boy up if you can. And this strap's adjustable, but this seems to be about the perfect length. And there you go. You got a nice little kit. I don't know what it weighs. It's pretty heavy, probably 35, 40 pounds. But there's a lot of tools in there. Very capable kit. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to wrap this video up today. I just wanted to get something out there, and I thought that this was a good time to shoot this video. You're going to see these things around me use these around the homestead a lot. I really like this idea. My old setup is I had a cantilever Kennedy toolbox, and I absolutely love those style toolboxes. I think they're beautiful, but the problem is they're so big and heavy, you can't hardly pick them up. You can't fit them anywhere. This can go anywhere. I can throw this in the bucket of the tractor. I can throw it in the cab of the tractor on the floor. It won't get in the way. And I have a very capable kit with what's in this tool roll. If you duplicated this kit and you don't have any tools at all, and you duplicated this kit, you'd be set for a very long time. You could get a lot accomplished with this set of tools here. I've been a mechanic for over 25 years. It's what I do. I've learned over the years, a lot of tools you buy are to make the job faster. If you're not in a hurry, there's a lot of tools you don't need. So we'll just leave that at that, because it's a whole other rabbit hole we could go into. But I think if you put together a kit similar to this, you'd be in really good shape. Brand doesn't really matter. Well, it does, but it doesn't. Most of the stuff in here is name brand. There's some Snap-on, some Cornwell, some Gear Wrench, some Klein, some Channel Lock, stuff like that. Nothing really made in China, nothing made in Taiwan. Just pretty good stuff. It's going to last a lifetime. So, all right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, click that thumbs up and stuff, and leave a comment down below. And what do you guys think we should do? Load up in the other tool rolls. I thought about doing, I don't know, maybe some sort of camping kit in one of them. I don't know if I have enough little stuff that I take camping with me, bushcraft, whatever. I don't know if I have enough of that to fill one of these up. Well, I don't know. I might put together another style of toolkit, maybe something geared more around building. I don't know. We'll see. But tell me what you guys would do. Maybe I could put together a 1/2-inch drive kit for the big stuff. But we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.